Now, I must admit the original Chip and Dale started airing before I was even born, so I can't say I'm nostalgic for it. So how does this new one stack up to the modern age? I say it's a pretty spectacular film. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers focuses on the titular characters Chip and Dale, who, after a falling out in the 1990s, must come together to rescue their friend. The plot itself is rather simple, but I think in this case it works just fine. The story itself takes a bit of a backseat when it comes to the meta humor this movie has, especially when it comes to the cameos and down to the just modern era jokes. It's also hilarious. A few of these humorous jokes involve making fun of the show of the past, in addition to also going over the state of reboots in animation in modern day times. It's like the writers of the movie had no problems flaunting the fact that Chip and Dale was very much a reboot, and you had to know it.
What if I did something like,
I am into nuts!
Good, I love it.
Great stuff!
Now let's talk about some of the characters in the film. The film mainly focused on Chip and Dale, and there were a few guest appearances from the other members of Rescue Rangers like Monterey Jack, but the biggest draw of the movie happened to be the cameos that were across from it. We had a bevy of Disney characters like Flounder and Scrooge McDuck. Heck, the villain of the movie happened to be a Disney hero in a different movie as well. It wasn't just Disney as well, we saw a number of cameo appearances from a bunch of other companies as well. Although I have to admit, the biggest and most surprising cameo had to be Ugly Sonic, that weird little design that Paramount had when they first released the trailer for the original Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Seeing all these massive cameos reminds me of the Roger Rabbit movie. However, a big difference from that movie and this one is that the cameos in this movie actually had some plot relevance.
I told you I had a show, Dale! Ow, stupid teeth! I think I just bit my tongue!
Now, while this movie does have a few original characters, I can't really say they left much of an impression. Two notable mentions were the female detective that Chip and Dale befriend, and her chief. The actress who played the female detective had a bit of a wooden delivery, and I think J.K. Simmons' voice acting was a bit wasted on a character who only fit cliches in the end. What is unique here is the style of animation chosen for this movie. Chip and Dale combines live action with 2.5D-esque and 3D animation and making this one of the most visually spectacular films Disney's ever produced. Looking at the seamless interaction between live action and animated characters really shows how far animation has gone. Something I do find a bit jarring is that when it comes to the 2D characters, I wish they use actual 2D traditional animation. I get on-hand animation is a bit of an antiquated technique, but I wish they made an exception for the Rescue Rangers considering the original used such an animation style. I don't think this ruins the overall experience or anything, it's just something I would have liked to have seen.
You seem excited about this! Don't know!
Before wrapping things up, I'd like to give a quick mention of the voice acting. The voice acting itself is very much respectable, everyone has their nice lines, but honestly when it comes to Chip and Dale, not hearing them in the high-pitched voices we've come to know and love is actually rather weird.
Should've just let me take the lead. What are you even talking about?
To wrap things up, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is a wonderfully stylized movie about classic Rescue Rangers hijinks in a modern setting. The overall plot isn't the biggest draw here, but I think that's okay, because the big reason you want to watch this movie is for classic Chip and Dale action. If not for Chip and Dale, you can at least watch for the numerous cameos you see in the movie. Some of the characters present in the film have a stronger presence than others, but I think, ultimately, as long as you're trying to watch for the good old classic Rescue Rangers, or you want to watch as a modern fan who's never actually seen Rescue Rangers, it really won't make a difference, because you're gonna have a good time.
Actors! It's been us, Chip and Dale, the whole time!
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, try to give a like or leave a comment. If you didn't like what you saw, try to leave me some feedback to see in ways I can improve. Thank you. Have a nice day.